Historically Black colleges and universities, also known as HBCUs, are crucial to the success of many students who are working toward a bright future, but who may lack the resources they need to get there. Joining us today to talk about how the Thurgood Marshall Fund and historically Black colleges and universities are providing higher education to empower people to succeed is Dr. Harry Williams. Welcome, Doctor.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to be with you this morning on your show.
Well, it's great to have you. First off, let's talk about education and how is that an effective tool in helping empower people, particularly from marginalized communities, helping them succeed?
Well, from our perspective, it is the key to success. Our organization is named after one of the greatest Supreme Court justices to ever live on this planet, Thurgood Marshall, and part of his legacy, along with social justice and equality, but his most important legacy is education. The Supreme Court justice understood that very clearly, and some of his landmark cases outlined that clearly in terms of the focus and making sure that marginalized communities have an opportunity to lift themselves up out of the community, and education would be one of those avenues of supporting that. So here at the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, we focus on supporting students and making sure that those students have the tools that they need in order to be successful in college, and also supporting them when they get out of college and helping them to secure amazing opportunities in some of our best Fortune 500 companies in America.
Well, that's great to hear. And you guys, obviously, you work with the HBCUs very closely to help a lot of these students. Can you talk about why these students wouldn't necessarily be able to access a higher education and how the HBCUs help prepare them to enter the workforce?
So that's a very good question. So the history of our organization, we've been in existence now for 33 years. And the reason why we created this organization was because there are 101 historically Black colleges and universities in this country, but there are 47 HBCUs that will be classified as public HBCUs, meaning that they receive public support and financial support. And so when we created this organization by using the name of Thurgood Marshall, is because Thurgood Marshall was a two-time graduate of two of our schools. He graduated #1 in his class at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, and he went on and graduated top of his class at Howard University School of Law. And so therefore, when we asked him if he would lend his name to help raise money to support these students, he said yes. Majority of students who attend our institutions, over close to 300,000 students attend historically Black colleges and universities, but 73% of those students would fall into the category where they have financial challenges to help them get through education, meaning that they need some support. These students qualify for a program called the Pell Program, which is a federally supported entitlement program that will go to families that have income less than $20,000 a year. And you can imagine if your income is less than $20,000 and trying to send someone to college, the stress associated with that. So those students come in already at a disadvantage. So what we do know is that when students have the resources and support and the money, they persist and they graduate. So the fund is set up to provide scholarships, to provide opportunities to help those students that come from communities where they may not have those resources in the country. And we've been doing that now for more than 33 years. And we have a lot of success stories that we can share as relates to students that have persisted and moved on and graduated and moved up the economic ladder and have increased their family income wealth in a positive way. And that's what we want to do for our students attending historically Black colleges and universities.
Well, it certainly sounds like what you guys are doing is helping, and you're helping many, many students. How can a prospective student, how can they access the fund?
I tell you what, in order to be eligible to receive funds from our institution, our organization, you have to attend one of the 47 HBCUs. And what I would encourage our visitors and the viewers to do is go to our website, tmcf.org, tmcf.org, and we have a list of all of our schools there. And you can go to that list, and students who are thinking about applying to a historically Black college or a public one, you can go to that list and you can see. And once you apply and you submit your name in, then you will be eligible for some of the funds that we have for our students. But on top of that, not only being eligible for those scholarships is important, but we also feel very strongly that it's important for these students to have a pathway to success in terms of careers after graduating from college. So we work with some of the top Fortune 500 companies in America to provide our students with career opportunities so that they can not only transition, get a degree, but use that degree in a profession that will elevate them in a positive way. So we have programs, we have internship opportunities for our students. So when you start college, you start working right away. Starting your freshman year, get an internship, because
that's great, because you're helping them not only attain that higher education, but that's not it. That's not where it ends. You continue to help them as they move forward. How do you select these recipients? How do they make themselves stand out?
So it's very competitive, as you can imagine. So we have programs that are designed specifically for students to help with developing their leadership skills. And so we spend a whole year working with students. They go through a very rigorous application process, and then we have coaches to help them. A lot of these students are first in their family to go to college, so they'll be classified as first-generation college students. So when you're first in your family, you are a trailblazer. So when you're the first in your family to go and start working in corporate America, or start working at a major TV station like where you're working at today, and you're the first one there are some things you need to know about the culture in those environments. So what we do, we help these students and develop them and wrapping our arms around them and providing them with the coaching that is necessary for them to be successful when they walk into a major organization on day one. Because if you don't have those skills, we want to make sure you have them going in so you can be successful.
Well, that is some great work that you guys are doing at the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Dr. Harry Williams, thanks for joining us and sharing that information today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.